How are you today? Good, good. I'm great. I'm great. Yes, I'm Molly. It's nice to meet you. Yes. So I hear you are looking for love, right? That's why you're here? Okay, perfect. So welcome to Molly's Matchmaking. Like I said, I'm Molly, the one and only employee who works here at the matchmaking service. Have you ever been to a matchmaker before? No? Okay, that is totally fine. I will kind of talk you through the process, and if you have any questions while we're doing anything, please, please, please ask them. I want you to feel comfortable and secure and like you're making a good decision here. I take it you've come to a matchmaker because, like most people, you've exhausted all other options. I think a lot of people, there's a little bit of a stigma behind a matchmaking service, which I totally understand. A lot of people are a little embarrassed to ask somebody else for help, helping them find their soulmate, their love, whatever it is you want to call it. But I think that there's nothing wrong with asking for a little help. We ask for help in everything else in our lives. Why can't we ask for help with love, right? So I'll just kind of go through how this is going to work. And again, if you have any questions, let me know. I have just your basic information from when you book the appointment, your name, where you live, your credit card information, all that good stuff. But I do need to get a lot more info from you so I can kind of create your profile, so to speak, for myself. And I'll go through your preferences, what you're looking for, any questions, that sort of like any other dating app. Have you used a dating app before? Yeah. Okay. So this is kind of like my personal dating app that I've kind of created, and I'm the algorithm, and I, match people up who I think are going to be compatible with each other. So I get your information, your preferences, what you like, anything you want me to know about you, please let me know. Nothing is too detailed, nothing is too detailed, too graphic, nothing. Literally everything you can let me know. Nothing is off limits. And then I kind of compare it with the other profiles of other members that I work with, and I will figure out who is your best match, and we will kind of set you up on a little blind date. You won't have any contact with this person right up until the date, but I just kind of facilitate most of it, so that's taken off of your plate. That's a service that you pay for. Obviously, I'm speaking with them, I'm coordinating the date, I'm setting it up, and hopefully if things go well, then I kind of leave that up to you guys, and it's in your hands at that point. But like I said, we do have to get some information from you, so please get comfortable, sit down. Like I said, let me know anything. If I don't hit on a certain category that you would like me to, we can always add that in. Or if there's something you're not comfortable talking about, you don't have to answer either, okay? So I'm going to get your information. I'm going to show you a couple of the members that I think would be a good match for you. Just kind of get a feel for your type and what it is that you're looking for. And then I'll call you, in a few days to set something up once I find something, okay? So I already know your name, obviously, from when you booked the appointment. How old are you? Okay. And what is your age range that you're looking for? Like, what's the youngest that you would date, and then what is the oldest? Okay. And is that like a deal breaker for you? Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, we all have our standards. Do not apologize or feel like you need to explain anything. I literally don't care. Not that I don't care, but it's not something you ever have to explain. These are your preferences, these are your standards, these are your boundaries. We're going to respect all of that and find someone that meets all of this criteria. Right? Yeah. Okay. So, how do you identify? And your pronouns? Okay, perfect. And what is your sexual orientation, if you had to put a label on it? If you don't want to, that's okay. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Perfect. Okay, cool. Okay, how tall are you? Okay. And do you have a height preference? So you want them to be taller than you? That's fine. Girl, I'm the same way. Unfortunately, I cannot give a short king a chance. I wish that I could, but yeah. Okay. What is your occupation? Oh, cool. How long have you been doing that for? Wow. And just an estimated salary range. Okay. And do you have a preference for salary for your partner? Doesn't matter. Okay, good. Okay, what's your education level? Where'd you go to school? Oh, cool. Actually, I think I have alumni from there in my pile over here. We'll see if you might know. You might know them. You guys are around the same age. Now, are you from this area locally, or are you from somewhere else? You moved here. You moved here? Okay. How long have you lived here for? Okay. And then how long do you plan on staying here for? Would you be open to moving? Or do you see yourself staying here? Okay, you have a house here. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's just an important thing. You know, a lot of people are kind of on the move. They're moving for jobs or just for different opportunities. So I just want to make sure there's nothing worse than getting matched with someone and they're like, oh, I'm leaving in 3 months. Well, you get if I can tell me that. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. Oh, sometimes it just comes out. We try to be professional. This is why I'm the only employee here. Okay. No, I've been doing matchmaking for 5 or 6 years now. Yeah, it started off as kind of like a side gig, because I feel like I was always matching up my friends with people that I knew, and I'm very social. I have a big friend group. I have lots of different areas of friends and interests and everything. So I just felt like I always had somebody for someone, and my friends, everyone's relationship was very successful. So I was like, you know what, let me start doing this. And yeah, it became my full-time job. I want to say probably like 3 years ago at this point. Yeah, I've had the business full-time. It is a full-time gig for sure. I feel like a lot of people nowadays are very anti-dating apps, but they have a hard time meeting people in person. So this just kind of gives them an opportunity to try something different, and also kind of puts the pressure off them, because I'm matching you up, I'm setting up the date, I'm kind of going through all the hard stuff at first. And then once you guys meet, for me personally, I feel like you kind of know within the first 15 seconds of meeting someone if you're going to get along or not. But if it does go well, then I kind of put it on to you guys. And of course I still help out. And if you still want to continue to date, even if you meet a good match, that's totally fine too. I can definitely do that. We'll kind of get into your relationship type after this. But yeah, if it doesn't go well, then we're on to the next. And, it's kind of like it's a guarantee. I'll find you someone. I've yet to find someone that I can't find at least a decent match for. I'm not going to say that everyone has stayed together, but I think that I have a pretty decent success rate. So if you're nervous, you can always look at my Yelp reviews because they're pretty good. Okay, so we'll just ask about that now. What type of relationship are you looking for? Are you looking for monogamous or non-monogamous? Monogamy. Okay. And are you looking for short-term, long-term? And do you see it in your plans to get married one day? Okay, so marriage is kind of a goal. Okay, that's good to know. Some people want a long-term relationship with no marriage, nothing, legally binding them, which I get, but just gotta ask that question. Okay, any religious affiliation? Okay, and do you expect your partner to have any sort of religion, the same one as you, a different one, or? Doesn't matter. Okay. Good. All right. Children. Do you have any currently? Are you open to your partner having some? Okay. And do you see yourself having kids in the future? Okay. Do you have any pets? No? Okay. Are you open to pets? Yes. Are you allergic? Do you have any allergies? I'm just going to ask that for the restaurant as well, wherever I put you on a date. No allergies. Okay, good. Okay. What about your family life? Are you close with your family? Good. Big or small? What about friend group? Okay. Good, good, good. Okay. Do you drink? And how often do you drink? Socially? Okay. Any history of like alcoholism or any alcohol problems with you, your family, anything like that? No? Okay. All right. And would you prefer it if your partner also drank, or are you open to sober lifestyle living? No? Okay. Do you smoke any sort of cigarettes or vapes or anything like that? Okay. And what about drug usage? I'm not the feds. I don't care what you do, but sometimes, people's lifestyles don't align if someone's doing hard drugs and the other person isn't. Okay, no drug usage. What about weed? Do you smoke? No? Okay. Okay, perfect. All right. Now, in terms of interests, your hobbies, what you like to do, kind of talk to me about that. Like how... Okay. Biking, running. Okay, so you live a pretty active lifestyle then. Okay, cool, cool. Reading. And would you prefer that your partner has similar hobbies, or they're open? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, sometimes it's hard with hobbies too. I find a lot of the times it's easier to get two people together that actually don't have the same hobbies, because you can kind of introduce the other person to that. Like, you like hiking, this person might like to live an active lifestyle. They might run or they might bike, but they've never been hiking before and they would love to go with you, that kind of thing. Also, putting two hikers together is a good idea anyway, but sometimes, you gotta think outside the box a little bit. Okay. How often would you say you watch TV or movies? And on the weekends, do you prefer a night in, or do you like going out? Mix of both, okay. And in terms of like date ideas, like what are some good dates that you've been on? If you've been on any. I know it's tough. Yeah, drinks are always easy. Drinks are quick. You're kind of in and out of there. I don't particularly love a coffee date. I wouldn't really set anyone up on a coffee date just because I feel like they're very low effort. And I've, kind of put a lot, I think coffee dates are good, like for somebody you've just met. Like if you swiped on a dating app, you don't know anything about them, you don't want to put too much time and effort, that's fine. But I feel like with this, where I'm curating a match for you, I want you guys to sit and enjoy a meal together and get to know each other. And I just feel like coffee does not allow that to happen. You know what I mean? And there's really not a lot of effort into it. I mean, you can get dressed up and sit there for a while, but I just prefer, okay, yeah, like a dinner. Okay. So first date wise, you would probably want to do a dinner or something. Yeah. Then I like to kind of save like an activity or something for the second date. And again, I can always help you plan the second date if it goes really well. Of course, I want to see you guys succeed. So I like to do like an activity, like going on a hike or going for a walk or bowling or, just something that'll kind of get you on your feet, see how you kind of interact with each other. Yeah, for sure. And I do obviously if I set you up on a dinner date, I would suggest getting a drink, just to calm yourself, to loosen the nerves a little bit. But I wouldn't suggest drinking too much on a first date. Yeah. I just feel like sometimes it kind of creates a false sense of intimacy and a false sense of closeness, because when you're drunk, you love everybody. I don't know about y'all, but I'm hugging girls in the bathroom when I've had too much to drink. So obviously you're going to think your date is something special if you've had 3 martinis in an hour. So that's just a piece of advice that I like to give. Okay, so that date expectation. Okay, good. In terms of your sex drive, would you say it's high, low, normal? Okay. And this, you don't have to answer this if you don't feel comfortable doing it, but how often would you say you had sex in the past year? And was that with one person? Okay. And do you tend to see only one person at a time? Like if you're sleeping with somebody, are you only sleeping with them? Okay. Yeah, that just kind of speaks also to how you guys would get along sexually as well. I think it's important, you know, if you have somebody who's like, oh, I'm hooking up with 2 people a week and whatever, getting tested regularly, that's fine. But also that's not everyone's lifestyle, you know? So I just like to make sure that compatibility wise, is good and that you're not abstinent, or if you are saving, like, well, obviously you're not, but if you're saving yourself for marriage, that is also something that is very important in this type of work. Okay, so I think that's that's all like the demographic information that I need, kind of. And now I just want to know what your expectations are for this, you know, kind of how you see this going, what you hope to get out of this, and how I can kind of help you achieve that. Okay, yeah. Okay. So you do. So, okay, so you believe there's a soulmate for everyone? I agree. I like that. Are your parents still together? Yeah, that's awesome. You don't see that a lot these days. Okay. Now, are you the type to get discouraged easily? Let's say I set you up on a date and it doesn't work out, and I set you up on another one and that doesn't work out. You'll keep trying? What other, how else have you dated in the past? Like, where have you found people that you go out on dates with? Besides, you said you use dating apps, right? Okay. Have you ever, okay, friends of friends, yeah, that's pretty common. You know, as we get older, it's hard to meet people, obviously make friends, and even more obviously to date. Co-workers, that's another easy one. You know, they're there, you're spending 40 hours a week with them. I've seen that go good, and I've seen that also go very poorly, so I think it just depends on the people. Yeah. Okay. So we're really willing to stick this out to find your person, right? Good. That is why I'm here. Okay. Okay, is there anything else that you can think of that you would want me to know? Anything like a fun fact, something interesting about you that would really like catch someone's eye? You know, like what makes you you? Just give me a little snippet of that. I know that's such a hard question. I wouldn't even know what to say. I'd be like, oh. Oh. Wow. Okay. No, keep going. I love it. You speak so highly of yourself. That's incredible. We love some self-love around here, because my biggest thing is you cannot find love until you love yourself, right? No, that's good. That was beautifully said, beautifully written. That's going to catch somebody's eye for sure. Now, are there any other preferences that you had? We kind of went over, you know, physical wise, obviously you want them taller than you, similar lifestyle, so, you know, a little healthier, going to the gym. Any other physical features, or you're not that picky? Yeah, okay. Facial hair. People that are weird about beards and mustaches. Okay. Okay. Kind of went over religion and family. Okay. Any other preferences? Like any big like deal breakers or anything that you can think of? Okay. So if they had kids, that would be a deal breaker. Okay. Well, that's fair. Trust. That is fair. A low credit score. No, that's fair. How are you supposed to build a future with someone? They can't even build their credit. Okay. Okay, yeah. And then is there any other preferences or... Okay. Oh yeah, no, that's a good one. Okay, so I think that kind of goes through all of my questions. We went through, your statement and your preferences and all that stuff. So I have a couple profiles here. Let me take some of these out. Some of these guys have some of your deal breakers. Now, I don't have photos or anything on here because obviously this is going to be kind of like a blind date, but you can take these profiles home, and these are kind of like what I send you to. But at first, I'm going to just send you home with a couple of them, just so you could look them over and you can kind of let me know, okay, I like this about this person and this about that person. And then I can kind of get a better feel for your preferences and your interests from what you've told me versus what I actually sat in front of you. So like I said, I don't put the photos on here because I feel like that can be a little bit misleading in some ways, because we could all have a physical type preference, but sometimes our type is our trauma, right? We gravitate towards certain people who look a certain way or have a certain job, or just have this criteria that we think that we like, but maybe that's why it's never worked out for you in the past, right? Because we kind of cling to these ideas. So I want to start something fresh, and I think that's where dating apps can get a lot of this wrong, is all you're doing is swiping on pictures. You're not reading people's profiles. You're not really going through who they are and all that stuff. So I don't put photos on here, but I will give you some profiles to kind of look over. So you can take these home with you. Again, let me know what you like, what you don't like, and I will create your profile and try to match you up with somebody good. Now, what's your availability like for dates? Like when? Weekends? Okay, yeah. So I try to typically do it on like a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I feel like those are really not low effort, but I don't want to take up your whole weekend with dates, so I try to do it on a Thursday or a Friday. I feel like it's a little less of a commitment on a weekday. Okay, all right, so you're off work at 5, go to the gym right after. Okay, so like something later. Okay, and even if it was just drinks or something, that works out perfectly. But perfect. Okay, just so I know, and I can kind of set that up. So once I find someone for you, which I already have some ideas in mind, I'll let you know, and I'll kind of set everything up for you, and then we will be in touch, and then we'll also be in touch after. We'll do a little debrief, and we'll kind of see what you liked about the date, what you didn't like, and then we'll kind of go from there. Okay? Yeah, do you have any other questions for me on anything? Yeah, and if you do, just feel free to call, email, text. You can drop by here. I'm here most days. This is the office that I work out of, so I'm here most days. Just have to make an appointment, and I would be happy to go through anything else with you, okay? But I'm so excited for you in this journey. I hope everything works out the way that you intended to, and I hope that we can find your soulmate, right? Yeah. Okay, perfect. Well, like I said, I will be in touch soon, okay? All right, well, have a good day.